Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Team Brothership. I should say not a main episode of Team Brothership. This is again one of my Let's Plays of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And we're starting in wild right out of the gate, fighting our way back through the main corridor. I'm recording this a day late because I just have a lot going on right now. But anyway, the reason that we're starting just right in with things is because we're about ready to finish up this part of the game, and I'm just taking a few minutes to... this is going to be a little bit scattershot because I'm just going through and I'm going to kind of finish up some of the little bits and pieces that I missed going through the castle, some of the little out-of-the-way secrets and things that we didn't catch the first time through. I say missed, but it's not like I actually didn't get them. I couldn't get them the last time we were through here. So right now I just showed there's a little secret passage that you can get. This is actually one of the harder rooms to find down here. But you have to go through this thing with the bat kind of pressed up against the ceiling. It's very weird. It's not like any of the other secret passages, and it's not like there's anything incredible in there. It's just a few little expendable items that you can pick up. So, and there's another passage over here. Oops. Some of these big knight guys. A very visible secret passage, but you can't get it the first time you come through because you can't jump that high. Oops. And these guys are not much of a problem anymore. So, yeah, sorry about this getting up a day late. I just had been really busy the last couple days, so... I realized, too, sadly, that we will not be Holy Mail, not as good as what we're wearing right now. I realize, unfortunately, we're not going to finish the game before Halloween, but it's probably not going to take much more than another session. I'm going to kind of snip and cut this one so you're not having to see me wander back through every room in the castle to clear out everything that you've already seen plenty of times. And I'm hopeful, I'm cautiously optimistic that we will finish this in 2 more sessions, counting this one, but we'll see. We'll have to see how far we get. Again, I'll be trimming this one a little bit to crop out some... Ooh, he's going to throw that, isn't he? Yeah, these knight guys are kind of a... Oops. They're fairly dangerous the first time or two you encounter them, but by this point in the game, we're pretty much loaded up with all of our abilities. They shouldn't be much of an issue. There's the one door that blows open. So yeah, we're hopefully going to be finishing this up. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'll do it the next time I come through this room. Yeah, I'm just filling in all the gaps because, like I said, you get the... If you've completely filled in the map, or actually you don't even have to totally fill it in, you just, as long as you get almost everything, that's what you need to get the... It's always really sad when you kill the owl, and the Owl Knight just sadly mourns him. Okay, so we're back, checking the map, we're back at the very beginning of the castle. And there is a health upgrade, and then a little wolf relic that you can get. Oh, I never even realized you could walk on those. I'm telling you, man, these little things that you learn about this game. I think that's a big thing of money. Alright. In the Saturn version, there's actually... I don't even remember how you open it, but there's like a thing here. This opens up. And there's another area that you can go into. And it's kind of the only, like, it doesn't really fit with the castle at all, but it's kind of the only real thing that they added to the Saturn that's at all interesting. There's an extra boss down there. You can kind of see there's a little bit of room in the map. where some stuff would go. This is one of the items that I picked up from the the librarian, the Axe Lord armor. That little trick that I demonstrated last time where you can kind of power jump up under the librarian. This is one of the things that he drops. You can actually, I forget how, I think there's like a code that you can put in that you can start with the Axe Lord armor. So this is how the Axe Lords looked in Rondo of Blood. They can't really jump, and I don't think you can throw the axe either. So this is not very useful for actually completing the game, but it's just kind of a funny little thing. And I think we got an achievement for that too that I can check later. Anyway, I'm just going to fill in... Oh shoot, I missed one little thing. That would have been annoying. So yeah, the Axe Lord armor is kind of funny. It's decent. It's actually decent defense, but the lack of jumping abilities make it kind of impossible to get through most of the game. All right, I'm going to cut out this part because I'm just running down here to fill in one little thing that I missed. But we'll be back shortly. Okay, we're going to jump back in for a second. So we're back in the alchemy lab, and there was this little passage that we could not access last time. This is actually a super useful room because it's got almost all of the sub-weapons here that you can pick up if you need something in particular. And there is another wolf relic, Skill of Wolf. The power of wolf makes it so that I believe the wolf does not use up as much magic. I don't remember what Skill of Wolf does. Let's check. I mean, fairly special move as a wolf. Oh, really? You can't do the run? Okay, Power of Wolf is the run. I mean, there's really not a heck of a lot to use the wolf form for at this point in the game, unfortunately. You need him for one last thing in a little bit, but other than that, it's not really the most necessary of abilities. All right, oops. All right, I'm going to duck out again and show you another secret in a minute. Okay, jumping back in. So this is the boss room where we fought Slagra and Gaibon, the first bosses. And using the bat, we can get over here to another little secret passage that was inaccessible. And it is the bat card. So that is a familiar card. Well, it's familiar because I knew it would be there. But I'm sorry, I'll go. It's another one of these little summonable guys. Hey, look at that. There he is. I almost never use the bat familiar. It's fine. He's fine. But most of the others are more useful. Oh man, these achievements are so great. Yeah, the bat gets excited when you also turn into a bat, and he gets sad when you stop. Oops, don't want that. I feel like between this game and Final Fantasy VI, you all are seeing my real gaming idiosyncrasies. Alright, so there's not a lot to do here, but in this stairwell, there were a bunch of... Oh, that actually is very useful. That's one of the few relics that I tend to keep equipped for a while. Although actually, between the Ring of Arcana and the Moonstone, I am not going to do that. The stairwell in the chapel, there's just a bunch of items that you can get here that you didn't have the abilities to get the last time through, so we're just going to grab all those. The Mystic Pendant is pretty useful. If I didn't have the Ring of Arcana, I would probably equip that. It speeds up the regeneration of your magic, and if you go to really knock the librarian around and get all of his items. Having that equipped speeds things up considerably, so that's a really useful item. And if you're going to use, I mean, you can see this, the bat form is really running my magic down. So if you're going to be doing a lot of flying or transforming, it can be useful to have the Mystic Pendant equipped. Okay, what are we going to do now? Well, that was fun. So my computer ran out of batteries first and then crashed and kind of corrupted the video chunk that I was trying to record right at that moment. So I'm sorry if that's a little bit of feedback. Yeah, where I got this idiot from was in the Coliseum. You have to find him. This is the guy that's based off of the Japanese voice actor, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's get back. That took me like a good solid 20 minutes to fix, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. Anyway, I'm putting on our spike breaker armor because there be spikes all the way here. And then I gotta mist my way through here. And yeah, this is a serious problem if you don't have the spike breaker armor. This is like checking to make sure that you did everything. Did you get the mist? Did you get the spike breaker armor? Did you get the open gem? And look who we have here.
Have you seen Richter?
There is a Belmont here. You were right about that.
I knew it. Where is he?
The one I saw was with the enemy. He called himself the Lord of this castle.
He didn't really.
That's impossible. You're wrong. I have to go.
Well, bye. Alright, here's that last ring. Okay, I'm gonna cut out because I gotta make my way back down to kind of the central part of the castle, so I'm gonna cut this out now and I'll jump back in when we get where we need to go. Alright, we're jumping back in. So right now we are heading back into the central clock tower room. We've got our 2 rings. Where's it? Where clock? Okay. In room. I wonder what it means. Alright, so they're equipped. We're triggering this wild phenomenon. Alrighty. Put my gear back on because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a boss fight down here. I'll put my ring back on because I'll forget otherwise. I'm not going to need magic. Alright, so that opened up the secret passage. Save our game. Alright, I'm also getting rid of this guy because I don't like him. And put my regular demon back on.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I am now prepared.
No worries, buddy. Some upgrades. Alright, now we get to the deepest, darkest secrets of the castle. I love the music here too, it's super creepy. Looking good.
Alucard?
That voice. Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He is with the enemy.
Richter Belmont, in league with Dracula.
He must be under someone else's control. We can't hurt him, whatever we do.
But he must be stopped.
Yes, but can you? Then for all our sakes, show me that you will.
Uh-oh. Oops. Ah, she's throwing cats at us. Look out. These are Maria's moves from... Whoa. Don't want that to hit me. Wow, it does nothing. That's fun. Oh, great. It's playing the rondo music. Actually, I guess it's the same music you heard when we fought Richter during the last episode when I was showing you the first of the bad endings.
You're stronger than I am. You can save Richter. Will you? Please?
I can't promise that, but I will stop him.
If it must be that way. Here. I found these. Take them.
And these are?
If you wear them, you can see beyond illusions.
Thank you. I go to find Richter. Stay and pray for him.
Stay in this creepy cult-looking room. I don't think you can really interact with her much after this. Yeah, so that boss fight wasn't in the original version. That was, I think they added that in the Saturn. It was intended to be in the original version. Oh, they didn't bring the music back. What the hell, guys? I want no creepy music. They added it in the Saturn version, and then it carried over into the others. It's one of the only, like I said, one of the only other things they carry over from the Saturn. Okay, so Maria gave us the last item that we need to unlock the next stage of the game, to change up the Richter fight. So I'm actually going to equip those right now so I don't forget. And yeah, her little description of what they do is also new because I guess some people were confused. All right, I'm going to cut out again, and I will jump back once we have, once we're at Richter. All right, we're back in the inner keep area. So now we have to go talk to Richter. Talk in quotation marks. Yeah, I really have no idea how long this episode is going to be, since in between all the stuff that I'm cutting out and also the various computer failures I've been suffering. Who knows? Who knows? But just double check. I did equip that. All right, here we go. We're jumping back into Richter.
I've been waiting for you.
I'll bet you have.
Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning to resurrect Count Dracula?
Dracula rises once a century. One chance for each Belmont to shine. And then we're finished. Forgotten. If I bring him back now, the battle can last for eternity.
You have lost your way. So be it, vampire hunter. Let your battle begin with me.
Alright, well, here he goes, throwing his garbage at me. So, you'll notice now, there is a thingy here. So we actually don't want to attack... Ow, jeez. Buddy. We actually don't want to attack him, we want to hit this thing. I mean, it doesn't matter if we hit him a little bit.
How inconvenient. But we've only just begun. The Master's ascension is at hand.
No. Damn it. Get out of here, ghost. Man, that guy's got more lives than whatever. He gets killed twice in Rondo. Oh boy. Another one of these impressive early PlayStation cutscenes. There's a sky castle. It's just like that little girl in Les Mis predicted. If only they'd listened to her. There's a...
No! What have I done?
You saved him, Alucard. Thank you so much.
Alucard? The Alucard? You can't be. That was over 300 years ago.
Never mind that. Is the man who controlled you in that castle?
Yes, I think so.
Maria, take Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
So, I don't think it's a spoil. Well, it's not a spoiler since it just happened. I mean, I think everybody knows at this point that Symphony of the Night has two castles: the regular one and then the reverse castle. And actually, I'm gonna jump back for a second because you always, it's an automated thing, so you always end up missing this little bit right here. Yeah, so there's two castles in this game. I mean, I think everybody knew that at this point. I've heard, I don't really know what the justification for that was in the original version, but I've heard rumors that it was basically because of the sudden size of CD-based games, and they suddenly realized that they'd finished the game essentially, and they'd only filled up about half of the space on the CD, so they're like, we'll just flip it around and put it back. So yeah, now we're basically going through the entire castle a second time, but it is upside down and reversed. I think this will actually be a better weapon for once, maybe. Yes, okay, so our shield rod has served its purpose, but we're moving on now to the bastard sword. There's not really much story content in the second castle. It's basically just you're trying to... I think this cape will be better too. The royal cloak. A little bit better. That armor will still hold out for a little while. So there's really not much story. We're just kind of marching through here, and we are trying to kill 5 bosses. The original 5 Castlevania bosses. So oh, here he is. Here's poor Yorick, the skeleton, chasing his severed skull. You can kind of mess with him. If you kill the skull, he gets real worked up. That's the only one of him in the whole game. I mean, whatever. He's still there. He's not dead forever or anything. It's another one of these weird little things that they wanted to fit in. The reverse castle is kind of like I guess a victory lap, really. It's much shorter than the original castle because you're not trying to jump around and find relics, and you can just kind of move forward and make progress as you will. I'm going to try to fill things in as I go, just because, again, I want the good ending. But yeah, we should be able to clear this place out pretty quickly. Backing up a little bit to those cutscenes and that battle stuff. Yeah, so Richter was not really crazy. He was being controlled by Shaft, who, if you played Rondo, was kind of Dracula's right-hand man. Between all of the Castlevania games, Shaft and Camille are kind of Dracula's go-to servants, and honestly, the two of them have been resurrected about as often as Dracula has, so I don't know why they waste their time with him and don't just try to do things themselves. Just super lazy. One second. Lightning Mail. That's pretty useful for a later boss fight. Let's see, where do we want to go right now? So yeah, we're just trying to clear you need the bat a lot more, obviously, at this stage of the game, because the castle wasn't really designed to be... It works fine upside down, but it obviously wasn't built to be traversed in reverse. So... actually, can I get it from here? No. So it's a lot more flying around. The Dawn Sword. Sword of Dawn. I wonder if she realized she left it here. And there's not even really... It's mostly, like, gear and stuff. You can find Iron Ball. Yeah, there's a few pieces of gear that we'll want to pick up as well, because they're strong, and we want to make sure we've got decent equipment for Dracula. Dracula himself is not a super... I've always wondered, I suspect this was kind of a hint that the castle reverses, that, like, this face works either way, upright or upside down. So, like I said, try to fill in the castle as we go, so I don't have to do a bunch of backtracking. There's not really one straight way through the castle, unfortunately. We will have to do a little bit of backtracking at some point, because you can kind of clear... Oops. Oh, that was handy. You can kind of clear most stuff in one loop, but you're definitely going to miss something, so you do have to basically make 2 loops through everything, or double back a few times. And you definitely want to open up all of the teleporters, because that will save you a lot of time in the long run. But we're going to kind of do what I usually do, sort of a backwards loop through the castle. A bit of a reverse of what we did before, and one of the nice things about that is we're going to get one of the bosses that we need right here. So this is the Bat. So the original Castlevania bosses were... I think as long as I can... This guy's super, super easy, but I don't want to take any unnecessary damage if I don't have to. I just don't want to get hit with his gusts of wind, and he'll blow you into the corner there. Oops, come on, get back here. Yeah, no problem. So it's the Bat, it's Medusa, it's Frankenstein, it's the Mummy, you know, your original kind of horror movie characters. And they each drop one of the relics of Dracula, the pieces of Dracula, which are from Castlevania 3, which, again, the Alucard connection, that was the other game. And they give you nice stat boosts. So the ring gives you a plus 10 intelligence. The music in the Reverse Castle I never care for quite as much as the music from the Bwaka knife from the first time through it. It has more of a droning feel to it. It does. I like the Reverse Castle. I like some of the cool stuff that happens here, but it does eventually start to feel like a little bit of a slog. It doesn't have quite the liveliness. I mean, not having Richter and Maria around, having no real cutscenes, or it's the Moon Rod, which is not anywhere near as good as my sword. No, actually, it's not that bad. But yeah, sword's still better. These bomb guys are worth a fair amount of experience points. Whoa. They do a bit of damage, though. You don't want to get hit by the bombs or by this stuff. Yeah, until we get a little bit of gear and gain a few levels, this place is fairly dangerous still. So we just want to be careful for a little bit here. Again, I've played this game a million times, so I'm not likely to get killed. And yeah, like I said, the bomb guys drop a lot of experience, so you're going to start leveling up very quickly here. There's a few other enemies, too, that are very experience-rich. There's some skeletons that we'll find in a little bit that will also give us quite a bit of a boost. Yeah, sometimes I would hang around here if I was bored, and I would just grind on the bomb guys for a while to level up, but it's really not necessary. Let's see. Okay. I think we can make our way through here. Oh man, the trying to unlock the secret passage in a few minutes is going to be a real treat, though. Oops. Because you get these guys who kind of respawn. Not the secret passage. This one's easy. So you get those cloak knights who tend to respawn a lot. And then there's going to be Medusa heads that are that will absolutely turn you to stone. There's no more. I don't think there are any of the green Medusa heads in the reverse castle. I think it's all the stupid cloak knight. I think it's all the yellow ones that have the petrifying effect. Oh, and my controller's running out of batteries. Excellent, excellent. This is really just showing off how clearly I prepared for this. I did, actually. I checked the batteries in this last night, and I double-checked my computer, but these things happen. Yeah, like I said, I have absolutely no idea how long this recording is going because of all of our various interruptions. Ugh. So we'll go for a little bit. The reverse castle is not going to... Oh, nice. He dropped his sword. It's not anything that I really need, but picking up some free items is never a bad thing. I'm trying not to get the holy water. Alright, let's do this. I was trying to climb like a real platformer, but... Oh, God. Yeah. You're seeing the issue now. And we have to flip that... Oh, no! Yeah, this is one of the most frustrating parts of the game. Oh, for God's sakes. Neither of these things are really a problem in and of themselves, but the Cloak Knights in particular move kind of erratically, and if you get turned to stone by the Medusas and then hit by the Cloak Knight, don't worry, we'll be out of here momentarily. Yeah, if you get turned to stone by the Medusas and then hit by the Cloak Knight, you're gonna take a... Oh, damn it. Did that go? Ugh, I don't know if I did that. Alright. This is the most irritating one. There's no easy way to get at it. Oh, and he can hit it too, which is extra frustrating if you've unlocked everything and then he... Okay. Well, I hope I got that one. That first one. Oh, man. You didn't see that guy. Okay. Oh, you idiot. What was that? Well, we did have this one, and then that stupid demon guy hit it again. Okay, we got it again. Do not hit that demon. I could turn him off, I suppose, for this room, but he actually is kind of useful for killing the Medusa heads. Alright, last one. Come on. I killed one of the Medusa heads with the jump. There we go, okay. Let's get the hell out of here. And we'll see. Did it open? No, this thing is broken. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, God. Well. Don't worry. I promise, I absolutely promise that the rest of the reverse castle is not a gigantic mess like this. Alright. No. I'm at least hoping this is entertainingly infuriating. Yeah, this is bad. Okay. Don't touch that, anybody. Don't touch any of the gears. I'm just gonna quietly go in here. Alright. So that's the Sunstone. That's the reverse of the Moonstone. If the Moonstone is not working. Alright, I'm just rushing out of here. Never mind all of this. Nope. Not playing with any of you idiots. Yeah, we took quite a beating there, but excellent. But we made it. We made it in one piece. We're just gonna gravity jump our way back out of this place. Alright. So now we're just in a big wide open area with nothing going on. I think there's a few of those Valhalla Knights running around here. Yep. We'll just make our way past them. Whoa! Or just get totally worked over. That's fine. Alright, so we killed one boss. Got 4 more to go. Hey, and there's our dragon helm. So one of the other things is you can actually finally recover. So that drops our intelligence a little bit, but it raises our attack a significant amount. So you can actually, in this reverse castle, you can recover your armor that you lost. That Death stole. Oh, Death. Death is the other of the 5 original bosses. You know what? It's gonna be boring, so I'm gonna just leave this whole chunk here. Actually, there's a couple items I'm gonna go grab, but I'm not gonna make you watch me fill in all this junk here. I'll come back and do that. There are a couple of items that I want to grab. Nothing quite as exciting as the stuff that we got last time, but some decent stuff. A few expendable items. Yeah, there's actually, I lied when I said that the rest of the castle isn't that irritating. There is one other spot that is genuinely infuriating, but we're not going to be running into that for a little while, so we can, oh, here we go. Yeah, this is, I think that's a better sword, Luminous. Yeah, that's a lot better, 53. I think that might have a light elemental attack. I think it's like a Lord of the Rings reference. I'm watching the clock here because I'm not sure quite how much time I'm going to have. So I got a few other things I got to do today. Oops. Alright, so we're back in the tower. Heal up because we took quite a bit of damage in that last area. Excuse me. Oh, we're half of the evil number. You can see one of the fog effects. I don't think the effects were happening at any point when I was in here before. Yeah, more of this just kind of boring music. I mean, it sounds very epic, but oops. These things you can't kill. They're just kind of in the way. I'm like like I said, I'm gonna try to fill in some of the gaps as I go. If I miss anything, it's all right. We'll go back. Open up the teleporter here. And they're all marked the same way. You'll notice there's a little platform that they pop in there since they're flipped upside down, so you can't grab them in quite the same way. Elevator doesn't work anymore, sadly. Now, these guys are pretty annoying because they throw these bone... They don't do a lot of damage, but their little, like, bone things that they throw tend to ricochet around the room and can get kind of irritating, and they bounce oddly. But they're pretty weak, and you can take them out with a fireball. There are 2 relics in this castle. I believe one of them is... I believe they're both... is that the library? I think this is the library. We can cut through here. Yeah, okay. No boss in the library. However, there's some stuff that we definitely want. So you'll notice one of those, the lion, most of the enemies in the reverse library are named after Wizard of Oz characters for some reason. So we've got the lion. Not the shmoo, but there's the scarecrow. A little gristly, a little more gristly than I remember him being. Ooh, that's a particularly nasty looking scarecrow right there. Don't worry, the Tin Man is not far behind. There he is. Man, the achievements. I want to call up Konami and find out, or whoever ported this. Yeah, the Tin Man is the scariest of the 3 because he, if you don't, you notice he kind of blew up in like 2 different ways. The first time you deal significant damage to him, he kind of pops open and a big old flamethrower comes out, and he will just start blasting. So you want to make sure when you're fighting him that he stays dead. you finish him off from the flamethrower before he can really get off too many shots. We'll save on the way back. I'm not as much of a compulsive saver in this game. Also, like I said, there's no boss here. These enemies aren't super hard, with the possible exception of the Tin Man. I'm gonna clear out these though before. Good job, buddy. Ooh, yeah, he'll do quite a number on you too if you're not careful. I regret that not saving. Yeah, I think I can get him from here. Yeah, and you definitely want to prevent that flamethrower thing. There's also, so I haven't really talked about it yet, but there's that last forgotten enemy, the shmoo that I killed. I don't think that's a reference to the Wizard of Oz in any way. However, is this the battle area? There's a really weird sword. Yeah, so this is technically the strongest sword in the game because if you just let your clock run up, it will become unbelievably powerful. But I've played a lot of Symphony of the Night, and I have never played long enough for it to actually become stronger than any of the normal weapons. So the shmoo, like I said, is ooh, ouch. Okay. Let's stay clear of that thing. The Shmoo is just kind of this floating head that jumps around, and you know, it does dark damage. It's not particularly powerful. Of these enemies, it's probably the least problematic. However, not so long. It does have a secret in that it technically well, functionally, it drops the strongest sword in the entire game. And, well, I'm not going to stick around trying to farm one. It's a very low drop rate, but I've gotten it a few times throughout the game. Okay, that looks fun. I can't hit him from here, regrettably. The best bet is to get him from behind. I'm not going to stick around trying to farm one, but if it drops, it's going to be pretty cool. It's not technically the out-and-out strongest sword in the whole game. However, it every time you attack with it, it hits like 6 or 7 times. It's got this weird like multi-attack to it, which is extraordinarily useful. The Starlight powers up the cross, which I never use. Yeah, it's really good, and it will make extraordinarily short work of pretty much any enemy in the entire game, even some of the bosses. So just filling in a little bit more information. So there's a few. Obviously, there were more than 5 bosses in the previous castle, so there's a few places where there are not bosses. You probably, like I said, there's no boss in the library, so the demon, there's no similar one to him. There's a few spots where there aren't bosses, and there's a few bosses that are not, the original 5 that just drop health boosts like the bosses from the previous castle. Still got some stuff to fill in here. Keep hoping every time I kill one of those shmoos. And actually, the non-original Castlevania bosses are some of the coolest ones in the whole game, and they're usually the tougher ones. Not always, but they're usually the tougher ones, and at the very least some of the more unique ones. I don't think we'll get to any in this episode because, like I said, I'm trying to gauge. You'll notice we are gaining quite a few levels because, yeah, these enemies are worth a lot of experience. We'll level up pretty quickly here. There's some enemies in the tower area that we'll see. Whoa. You definitely want to get those guys, though. Oh, you dropped a gauntlet. That's a pretty decent item. Yeah, most of the better rare drops in the game come from guys in this castle. The gauntlet's a decent weapon. I mean, a decent drop. It's not an incredible drop. There's a better one you can get. And actually, don't want to take that damage. Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't remember that guy hitting quite so hard the last time I played through, but what do I know? I got pandemic brain. I guess that's actually maybe insensitive. I know some folks who I didn't get COVID. I know that some folks who have had kind of a tough go of it with brain issues. So apologies if I accidentally offended anybody. Well, there's 2 more shmoos, so it looks like we're not getting our... Oh, no, that was it. So no Chrysaegrim, but that's okay. It kind of makes the game a bit of a joke, so at least this way. There's some stupid bone things. Yeah, like I said, those get pretty irritating. Yeah, it kind of makes the game a little bit of a joke, so... Alright, let's plow through here. And here is our second of the two bosses. It is Frankenstein. He is also fairly easy. I actually think original Castlevania Frankenstein was quite a bit harder. Oop. Well, that was dumb. Yeah, he's doing the roll, so he's already kind of low on health. Alright, buddy. I think we've had enough of the rolling. I actually miss his voice from the the original version. Here we get the Tooth of Vlad. That sounds sanitary. Strength plus 10, so that's pretty useful. We'll hit a lot harder now. We got a save point over here. So, yeah, like I said, we're making pretty good progress through this. We've already recovered about 50% or 40% of the relics that we, if I'm being mathematically accurate, 40% of the relics that we need to open the path to Dracula. These guys, the big old bone babies. So, I don't know if the one in the original castle does it, but these guys can actually also drop one of the best items in the game, a really useful relic that boosts all of your stats pretty astronomically. Like it's one of the, along with the Crusaegrim, it genuinely feels pretty broken. But I guess that's what they give to folks who spend a lot of time just digging into the meat of the game. No, we didn't get one, so tough noogies for me. When I am playing this game normally, I probably would actually sit there and farm those for a little bit. The drop rate is not super low for those, so it's probably worth it. You can get one pretty quickly, and with two of them equipped. Okay, here's that attack will absolutely decimate you. But these guys are worth a ludicrous amount of experience. You'll notice that I gained a level from killing that one. We'll probably, there's a couple of them here, and we actually will probably gain a few levels, whoops, just from killing these handful. Now I'm gonna make a liar of myself. They actually also will drop a pretty good sword occasionally. Oops. Uh-oh. Yeah, you really don't want to get hit by that, because it will absolutely wreck you. Yeah, I guess because we went through the library first, we probably have boosted our level to the point that these guys aren't giving quite as much experience. Symphony has a really weird, like, leveling system. It's like, obviously each time you gain a level, you need more experience to go up another level, but also, like, you seem to gain less experience from enemies the further you go, which is a little weird. I don't know if it's like they don't want you grinding, so they, like, the more you kill certain types of enemies, the less they give you, or what, but it doesn't really matter. Like I said, you don't need to grind. Okay, so you don't need to grind in this game at all, really. Alright, we'll do a little bit more, and then I think we'll call it, because I have to move on with my day. Got some stuff I gotta do. Alright, so back through the Marble Corridor. Again, no boss here, but there wasn't a boss in the original right side up version either. more kind of bland organ music. They did change a few of the candle drops too. Most of them are the same, but there's a couple that have changed. Like I think in the original version, that guy dropped something, but I don't know what it was. And just long corridor bisecting castle. Alright, here's a little trap. Hi there. That does a ridiculous amount of damage if you get hit by it, so you want to definitely avoid that. So here's kind of where we have to decide what direction we're going to go. Because we can continue back through the alchemy lab, but what I usually do is sort of loop. This is where these guys can actually be a little dangerous, because they can knock you into those things. Ooh, yeah. See, that was me being sloppy. But yeah, those little skeletons can knock you into those, and you will take a lot of damage. It doesn't take much for those to polish you off. Ow. So yeah, you can loop back through the alchemy lab, but what I'm probably going to do is what I usually do. Oof, yeah. Double team with these things. Is go down into the catacombs. I'm gonna kind of, well, yeah, let's just do this. Alright, we'll loop down through the catacombs because there's some stuff we can get down here that's useful. But there's a save point right here, and that's, I think, where we're going to end it today. So, cautiously optimistic that I can finish this off in one go next time. That's probably a little bit overly hopeful, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you for joining me, as always. I've been Mike. I realized I'd never introduced myself at the beginning, but I assume, since there's about 5 of you watching these, that you know who it is that's introducing them. So I've been Mike. Thank you for joining me for another one of our Halloween Castlevania Let's Plays. And yeah, we're closing in on the ending, so I hope I will see you again soon. Have a great week, everybody.